Get this together. Hello. Hey everyone. How are you guys doing? I saw you guys came early. Thank you for coming. I feel like I haven't been live in a while, huh? It's been a while. It feels like a long time no see kind of thing. Hello. Oh, by the way, this is how my name is spelled. Dedra. Boo. Yes, but how are you guys? I am doing well. I'm really hot right now. Like it's really hot in Japan right now. It's like too hot. It's too hot. But thank you guys for coming. This is going to be a short video. I just wanted to do some self reflection because my year on the JET program is going to be over in literally a week. Yeah, in 1 week. So I am just here, reminiscing on everything, on all the ways I've grown, all the ways I've transformed, not only my personality, but like my habits and just like my perception of the world and how I approach the world now. A lot of that has changed through this year of being here. And, I'll still be in Japan even after the JET program. Like I mentioned, I'll be moving to Tokyo very soon. I'm actually in the process of moving, which is also why I haven't really been here very much. But um, that's also in the works. But even when I move, I'll still be doing videos and stuff. But I just wanted to let you guys know, like, the ways that I've changed, like how Japan changed me in this short amount of time. So I'm going to read a couple of the comments and then we'll get into it. But first, I want to make an announcement. Thank you guys, those of you who have already entered into the J Intro giveaway. That is still going on. It's still going on. We have until the 31st. The 31st. Right now it's the 28th. It's the 28th in Japan. You have 3 days left. 3 days left. So if you are interested, I've got some really good stuff this time, you guys. I have like a lot, like I've got a lot planned to put in there. So if you want to get in on this, please enter. You can send your video to my email address, chocolateumai95@gmail.com. And I just sent that in. It's in the live discussion now. So please put that in to my email so you can get a chance. Like people have already entered and there's some really good ones, but you still have a chance. Like there's still time. There's still time. So enter and then get in on it. Okay. I'm gonna read some of these comments and then we'll get into it, all right? Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so hot right now. Oh my God. Can you guys like hold on a second? Just a second. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I am so sorry, but it is way too hot for me to be. Bubble. It's hot. It's hot right now. Okay. Yeah, like I have my air conditioner, but I didn't want to leave it on because it's kind of hard to hear me if it's on. Oh my gosh. I'm sweating on my upper lip. Girl, what is you doing? Okay. You see, Vivo World says hi. Hi, Vivo. Thank you for coming. Aaliyah Boyer says, how are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. It's a good morning so far. I have my move out check, like my apartment check today. So like it feels really real, like the fact that I'm moving. I'm just, oh my God. Ah. Okay. Let's see. Professional girly gamer says, hey girl. People's World says, I wanted to join the giveaway this week, but I can't memorize what I translated. Oof. You don't have to memorize it. You can read it off and say it. I would prefer if you did like memorize some of it, but I would more so encourage you to just enter in general because I do want to see, like, I can tell like the effort that you're putting into, and that does count for something. So I'd say go for it. That's my opinion though, right? Let's see. Natalie Shepard says, charged phone and good internet. Let's do this. Yes. And today my internet is working well as well. So yes, it is a good internet day for the both of us. Let's see. Nora Beth says, hello, everyone. Hey, Nora. Citrus says, hey. Yes. Oh, no. Weebles World says my phone is at 3% RIP. Oh, no. Oh no. Let's get into the ways of change. All right. So we'll get into it. I'll take a break from this guy. Oh, you guys, it's so hot. It's so hot. Like, oh, I'm not very good with the heat, but it's all right. I'll hang in there. Okay. So the first way that I think I've changed being in Japan is that I have embraced my difference. And what I mean by embrace my difference, as in I have totally come to terms. I've really taken my diversity in a whole different light. Because here in Japan, I'm basically the only Black girl that I will see in any given day. And being different like that gets to you like really fast. It feels isolating, all the stares, like sometimes they can dim your spirit. But honestly, over this year of time, I have come to appreciate my diversity so much. My dark skin, it's taken a little break today, but my curly hair, like just my facial features, my eyes, my lips, my height, my body build, I've come to love it in a whole different way. And you know, when you're young, people always say, love yourself, love yourself. If you don't love yourself, who's gonna love you and all that stuff. But coming here has truly been a testament to that change because I I can't even imagine being any other way. Because as strange as it is being here and being so different, this is like my new normal now. And I just I've just come to love being different. Like obviously you have on days and off days, but it's amazing. I really can't imagine it any other way at this point. It's amazing. And I really have come to embrace the ways that I'm different from them. And, you know, find the beauty in them too. So yeah, I changed that way. So, you know, especially in the Black community, there's a lot of like colorism, and obviously there's racism and people thinking that certain features are pretty, certain features are ugly. We won't get into the, you know, we won't dissect it here, but you know, I grew up in that environment where I was told that certain things about myself were ugly and certain things about myself were like desirable. But coming here to Japan has totally flipped that all on its head. So having things that I used to think of were pretty being like, I guess, stereotyped as being ugly, and things that I thought were ugly being stereotyped as pretty. It's come to the point where I'm like, you know, no matter what people think about me, like I'm me and I'm dope as hell. So, you know, does it really matter where I am? Does it really matter what people think? Because I'm me, and that's man, I don't even know how to put it into words. It's really hard to explain. Maybe I should have started with that one. But I've just come to embrace myself in every situation. And now I have more courage to travel to other places in the world where people look different from Japanese people or people look different from Americans. I feel a lot more confident in myself because I'm here and I've been able to grow here as a result. Anyway, let's continue to the next one, okay? Okay, number two is that I'm a lot less sexy and a lot more cute. I've noticed this. I didn't really think about it until like I really thought about it. I was like, yeah, because even the people who followed me on Instagram particularly, I used to love like thirst trapping. Like I loved like showing my figure. I have a very curvy figure, you know, thank the Lord. But like coming to Japan, I've become so much more conservative. Like even look at this top. I mean, it's still like see-through. I'm not sure if you can tell. It's like see-through, but I've become like so much more conservative here, and I've started leaning more towards being cute. And I mean, I make cute work, but yeah, I'm not really as sexy anymore, which is interesting. It's another way Japan has changed me. I mean, I still, you know, I still got it, so I still flaunt it from time to time, but I'm not nearly as exhibitionistic, if that's even a word, as I was before. I'm not really like show offy with like how curvy I am these days. It's more so like I'm very well dressed. Look at me. All right. Number three is that I prefer rice over pasta. And let me tell you, I am a carbaholic. I love carbs to death. Bread is still number one. Me and bread, man, bread till I'm dead is like the mantra. That's the that's the mantra of my life. But I've come to really love rice. Like Japan, I don't know if it's just because they have really good rice or because I live in like an area that's surrounded by rice paddies, but I've come to just love eating rice a lot more, and not just white rice, but like also like fried rice or like rice balls. Like I've just come to I have a special spot for it. I prefer it. So that's another way I've changed. I'm gonna read some more of these comments. I'm sorry if I seem like I'm kind of all over the place. I feel like if I don't speak English very often, my English kind of gets worse. That's another way that I've changed here. Like I used to be really eloquent in America, like very well spoken. Like I mean, I am college educated, so I mean, I hope that my money would make me a little more, colorful with my vocabulary. But I was very well spoken in the US, but I find now because in my environment, I only really speak Japanese. Like in any given day, I'll speak maybe 10% English if I talk to someone. And that's probably just because I'm calling my mom. But if I don't speak English very much, when I do speak it, it comes out like word vomit. It's just like a bunch of phrases, a bunch of words, and very, very improper grammatical form, which is unfortunate. But I guess that's another way I've changed too. I'm sure that when I go to America, my I guess, eloquency will return. But yeah, my English has it's gone down a lot. Okay, let me read some of these. People's Will says LMAO. Nia Moses says hi, Deidre. Hi, Nia. Natalie Shepard says, I know that you only talk to people for business concerns, but I am really struggling with a hard time with my family. It's giving me wanting to go to Japan. I feel like a fellow Black woman. You could advise me. Sure. I mean, I don't mind at all. Um, it's really hard being like the black sheep. I can relate to that because in my family, like even now, I'm the only one who lives abroad. I'm the only one who's vegetarian. I'm the only one who is like non-religious. That's another big one. Like it's hard, but at the same time, it reaches a point where you have to do things for you. And as much as you want your family's approval, and of course they're your family and you want them to support you, you want them to know how much things mean to you. But the reality is that sometimes people, they just can't understand. They don't and they can't understand. And it's hard doing this alone, like doing things alone. But people will support people who are motivated about what they do. And so I just keep your eye on what really matters to you. I mean, if you have a specific question, I can answer that, but that's like my general advice is that, life is about living for a dream that no one else can see but you. Like I moved to Japan, I had zero support. Like I applied for this job, I got all my references, I got the interviews, I made sure that my way was paid all by myself. I was like 20 years old. No, I wasn't 20 years old. I was like 22. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, you really have to stand on your own 2 feet with some things. And it's hard, especially if you're young and you're kind of transitioning into adulthood. But I feel like that's really what adulthood is. I found that my parents respect me right now more than they've ever respected me, ever. And that's because I get shit done for myself. Like, I don't have to ask for them to send me a check. I don't have to ask for them to do really anything for me. I'm pretty much independent at this point. And yeah, I'm making a lot of life choices. I'm gonna go move to Tokyo to be an actress. What? Like, if I told my parents that in high school, they'd laugh at me and they'd tell me to go to grad school. But now, because I'm an adult and I do all this stuff for myself, they can't tell me anything. And I didn't mean for this to become a rant session, but like, I feel like that's a similar sentiment, like towards you. It's really hard to get your parents to co-sign something, but all you have to do is show them that you're serious about it. And I find that kind of energy is contagious and they'll get with the program in time. But anyway, if you have a specific question, feel free to ask me and I will answer that. And I don't mind taking more time to answer it at all. Because I do love like this like a philosophical side, like the very like I guess like the mental game, like giving you guys game on like life and glowing up, leveling up, like claiming your throne. Like I don't mind talking about this stuff. It really doesn't have that much to do with Japan. I mean, there is a connection, but I mean, if I could find a way to make it related, I would love to post videos like that. Like ways to like stop caring what people think about you and ways to like I guess if you don't fit a certain beauty standard, like how to still feel beautiful if you defy everything, because I defy a lot of things. Like I am not conventionally beautiful in Japan. But you know what? Guess who doesn't give a F? Me. Like I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't care, but I don't care, you know? I'm telling you guys, my language ability has gone down the gutter. I'm not as smooth as I used to be. I used to be Skippy peanut butter smooth with this, you know, but now I need to go. I'm going to America next week though, so it'll all be over very soon. At least I'll have a little break, but anyway, let me read some more of these comments and then I'll get back into the ways that Japan changed me. Just a moment. That shirt look hot. Thank you. Let's see. I had coconut oil in my room and I forgot about it. The next morning it was all melted and liquidy. Oh no! That happens to me all the time. That's how I can tell when the seasons are changing. I just look at the state of my coconut oil. I'm like, it looks a little goopy. It's getting warm. Let's see. Hold on. I keep skipping. Sorry. Hold on a second. Are you staying in Gunma? Says Tomodachi Mike. I actually am not staying in Gunma. I'll be moving to Tokyo. And I'm currently in the process of moving, so that's all in the works as we are speaking. But yeah, I do love Gunma. I am so happy I came here first in Japan, like to my first place I've lived in Japan. I'm so happy it was Gunma because Gunma is such an easy place to live because it's close enough to Tokyo where you feel like you're still in touch with like the city and like other foreigners, but you're also like far enough away that like you feel like you have Japan all to yourself. And the people here are really nice. The food here is really cheap. It's cheap to live here in general compared to Tokyo. And it's given me a chance to really learn what Japan is so that I can kind of level up and go to Tokyo where now I know everything that I know and I can actually put it into use when it comes to my next career move. So you know, I'm really happy I came here. But I'm gonna miss Gunma a lot. I love Gunma, and I'm definitely gonna come back. I'm actually going to be trying to come for my current sixth graders. Their school year ends in March of next year. I want to come back and see them graduate. I love Gunma so much. Aaliyah Boya says you look so pretty. Thank you. I'm like sweating under this, but thank you. Natalie Shepard says love that shirt. Thank you. I actually think this was Forever 21. Did I get it on Forever 21? I want to say Forever 21. Let's see. Natalie Jefferson sounds like Utah, LOL. Nora Red says so strong. Thank you. Tina Watkins says, how do you get your hair in Japan? Well, all of the hair that I buy from the US. I'm sure that there are companies that send here, but the shipping is expensive. It is expensive. So I would say bring all of your hair to Japan. And I actually have a video on like, I guess, black hair in Japan if you're curious on the details of that. But yeah, bring everything that you need. Don't come here with nothing and expect to find it because you'll have a hard time doing it that way. Let's see. Anna then says, hello, Deidre, late to the party, but happy to be here. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Armane Love says, have you ever had a Japanese boyfriend? Yes and no. I've dated Japanese guys. I've had guys who, you know, I've gotten close to, but I guess like a boyfriend, not really. Like to the point where like I'm serious and I'm like, hey everyone, this is my boyfriend. No, but I've dated like exclusively, but I don't know. I'm open to it, but as I'm sure you guys have seen, there's a lot of changes going on in my life, and I don't want to create like a tie somewhere when I know I'm moving somewhere else. So I kind of went through this year just knowing I was going to have fun, and then potentially next year, since I'll be a little more settled, I'm open to it. But as of right now, no. And in the past, no. Okay. Okay, I'm going to continue with these and then we will keep on going. Okay, next, let me take a sip. Another way Japan has changed me is that I show my legs a lot more and I don't show my chest very much at all. It's something that I mentioned in the Japanese beauty standards video, but in Japan, showing your chest is so taboo. Like anything below, like there's like a rule of thumb. If you can see your collarbones, you're showing too much. Like you want to keep it really, really conservative up top. But in contrast, people show their legs all the time, like all the freaking time. It'll be snowing, it'll be hailing, there'll be a typhoon outside, and people are in short shorts and short skirts. And I'm just like, what? Like, how, Sway? Like, how? But that's just the way they do things. And I've kind of found myself leaning towards that way of dressing. Like even today, I mean, that was totally unintentional. I didn't mean to not show my chest, but I don't show my chest very much anymore. I don't show my shoulders as much, but I do show my legs, which has encouraged me to, get myself together, all the time. Anyway, okay, continuing on, next one. I bow frequently, yes. When I see someone that I know or I don't know, like I'll acknowledge them with a nod, like basically like that. I'll just like nod them. Like, even if I don't say anything, I'll nod. Even last time I was in America, my mom caught me. She was like, you nodded at the Safeway clerk. And I was like, oh, what? Like, I was at the grocery store and I was like, thank you. And I was like, wait, I'm not supposed to do this. It's like a habit now. So that's another way that I've kind of become more Japanese. And next, I don't have like awkward silences anymore. This is like a Japanese cultural note that I didn't really understand. And when I first came here, I thought it was really weird, but I don't really think it's that weird anymore. It's become like a new normal for me. If there's a conversation and you ask a question and they take a really long time to answer it, or if you say something and a reply doesn't come within like, I want to say like 3 seconds, like in America, that would be awkward, right? But here in Japan, that's like totally normal and people don't care for awkward silences. Like there really are no awkward silences. So even now, like when I'm talking to someone and they take a long time or someone asks me a question and I'm answering it, I don't mind taking my time with the answer because it's not awkward. Like no one thinks it's awkward. So yeah, like I need to probably check myself before I go to America because I don't want people being like, man, you just hella awkward. I do need to like get myself together before I go, but it's not considered awkward at all. And yeah, I don't think it's awkward anymore either. So yeah, I'm gonna read some more of these. Let's see. Snaidare says, have you ever been to any other main islands besides Honshu, like Hokkaido or Kyushu? I have been to Shikoku before. I went to Ehime Prefecture, and I went to Matsuyama, and that was really awesome. And that's actually where I went to my first hot spring. Yay! I have a video on that if you guys want to see. It was a great experience. I definitely go there again. Let's see. Bibo's World says, rice. Rice. Ketsi Max says, hello everyone, my name is Ketsi and I'm a carboholic, LOL. Yes! Hello, Ketsi. Literally having a Carboholics Anonymous over here. Yeah, I need to check myself. I have to keep myself under check because I will literally go like a whole day eating like nothing but carbs. Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Armone Love says, are you happy now? You know what? I want to say yes, I am. Like, I guess happy isn't, I'm guessing you mean like happy now, like in Japan. Like, yeah, like life is life wherever you go. It's not like if you move somewhere, you're doomed to be miserable. Like, there are days where I feel happy, there are days that I feel unhappy, and the same as when I was in America. But I have found, like, I guess little pockets of sunshine being here that have made me think, I could live here longer because I can be happy here and I love my life here. Like I really do. And my mom, I'll give you guys a little story time. Recently, as in yesterday, my mom was trying to play matchmaker with me and trying to get me to get with a guy he's overseas. And she was like, "Oh, you should really get with this guy." And I was like, I don't know how he feels about Japan because I don't think I'm going to be moving anytime soon. Fans self aggressively. But yeah, like I am happy here. I don't think I'll be leaving anytime soon. Like it's kind of a to be continued kind of situation, you know what I mean? All right. Let's see. How long wait, oh, advice on speaking Japanese better. My grammar is booty. Well, I have a video actually on how I learned Japanese, and there are some like little tips in there if you want to check that out. It's a really long story, so I'm gonna spare you guys. Can you talk more about flirtatious events in Japan? Ooh, flirtatious events. Okay. I'll have to make a video about that, but like kind of like guys like flirting. I do have some stories. Some of them I just kind of like spared you guys, but um, I've got some. I'll share with you guys in the future. Don't worry. Let's see. Anime Lala says hello. Hello, Anime Lala. Amanda Rivera says you are strong, independent woman. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am stronger. I am more independent, but I don't want to say I don't need no man because you know I am very open to meeting my special somebody. Anna Van says, very motivated and centered. Thank you. Beebles World says, preach. Yes. Can I get an amen? Amen. Natalie Shepard says, when did we decide that cussing wasn't allowed? Well, I actually got a comment on a video about how, like, I should watch like what I say because there are some young people watching, and there is a good point. That's a good point because I do have a wide audience, and there are some young people, and I want them to be able to watch and not be. I don't want to be that kind of public figure, you know. Also, I recently showed my teachers at school like I'm more open, and I told some teachers at school that I am a YouTuber, and I gave them my link, so I'm sure they're watching, and I highly doubt that they can understand even me when I'm talking like this, but I want to. I mean, there's power in perception, and if I can help it, I don't want to cuss. So yeah. Anyway, let's see. Max says hi. Hi, Mac. Mia Moses says, any favorite food, snacks, and stuff while living in Japan? Okay, favorite food, rice. Oh my God. And I love Japanese curry. And if you've noticed, both of those contain rice. I'm telling you, like it's a big year for rice. It's a big year for me and rice. You feel me? Favorite stuff, go to Daiso, the 100 yen store. There are so many gems in Daiso. I'm telling you, like, I love Daiso to death. Like, I love Daiso. Go to Daiso. Yeah, and snacks. I like the candy. They have really good chocolate, and it's cheap too. Anyway, TJ says, hello, you are sweet. Will you say hi, Mark? Oh, hi, Mark. Hi. I have a friend named Mark. Okay. Saycon Talk says, I'm an actress in New York. As I've watched your videos, I was thinking you may be the one to uplift the view of Black women in Japanese TV. I love your dating video and you spoke on chivalry. Thank you so much. Yeah, like, you know what? I am a big proponent of Black women, like, being, like, I guess, ambassadors for the rest of our people, because Black women have such a terrible rep in entertainment, whether that be America, whether that be Japan, whether that be anywhere. Like, people look at Black people like we have a chip on our shoulder, and like we're all messy and we're all like obese and we all don't have our lives together. We're only good at sports and we're not good for anything else. Like, that's like kind of like a thing that, I mean, well, I got like way too political. Sorry. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. But I also like follow Chrissy. If you guys know Chrissy, she's like a dark-skinned Black woman, like, advocate. And I'm also like, I support the movement. I think that we need to get out there and we need to put, positive promotion out there. And if I can help it, I mean, I'm qualified. Like, I should do it. It's the least I can do, especially since it's what I want to do. I've made it like a mission personally to not accept roles where I'm like the bad guy, or even if I am the bad guy, like, I don't want to be some masculine, like, with my head shaved off, like, whoa, like, I'm not gonna change my character to fit a character, especially like knowing that the power that that has. There are so few Black women here in general that like anything I put out, any role that I take that doesn't look very good, that sends a message to everyone in Japan. And because there aren't a lot of us here, that carries a lot of weight. And so I'm very mindful of that. Whew, sorry, I didn't mean to get off. That was a big tangent, but big facts as well. So, but yes, best of luck to you as well in New York City being an actress. I believe in you. We can do this. We can do this. Lady Hokage says, what advice would you give to someone moving to Japan with no money? Ooh, find a job. But the good thing is, there are a lot of jobs for specifically English teaching. I would suggest getting into the JET program because the JET program handles a lot of that stuff for you, and you do that, get that good direct deposit. And when you come here, they pay for your flight here, and if you decide to go back to your home country, they pay for your flight back too. And it's so nice because they set up so many things for you. So I'd say the JET program, but definitely don't come here if you don't have a job yet. Get a job first and then come. That's my advice. Anna Van says, highly recommend reading Renee Brown. Renee Brown. Amanda Rivera says, what made you want to be an actress in Japan? Well, I've always loved drama. I've always loved being in front of cameras, and I've just, like in my family, I've always been like the bubbly one, the one who always had like something to say. And I just loved being in front of people. I love being a I'm such a people person. And even like my name, Chocolate Geisha, like the idea of a geisha is that she's an entertainer. Like, no, she's not a prostitute. No, she's not a whore. Like, she is someone who takes guests and shows them a good time, whether that be talking to them, whether that be serving them a drink, whether that be playing an instrument or singing, or just like listening to them, not even doing anything at all, but just simply listening to them and being a positive presence. Like, that's what it means to be a geisha. And that's what I've taken upon myself, being a chocolate geisha, owning my chocolate skin and just my Black heritage, and implementing that and combining the two and becoming a chocolate geisha where I can be an actress. Yeah, I can be a singer. I can be even a model if I wanted to. But at the end of the day, I'm an entertainer, and I'm there to make people smile, to show them a good time. And that's, I guess, where my name came from. There actually is another chocolate geisha though. Like if you go to chocolategeisha.com, there's another chocolate geisha. And I'm just like, whoa, there's two of us. Double trouble. Is this the Twilight Zone? But yeah, so that's where the name came from for me. I might have to do some rebranding if I want to get legal with some things, but yeah, so I guess that's my story. Let's see. Continuing on. Hold on, sorry, just skipped. My white date just asked, bring all your hair to Japan. I would say bring all your hair tools and bring all your hair products. So that means if you use like braiding hair, or if you have like wigs, if you have like weaves, if you have conditioner, shea butter, coconut oil, bring all that stuff with you. You could probably find some things here, but oh my gosh, bring as much as you can. Let's see. Saquon Talk says, I think you will do well as an actress. You have great charisma. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really hope I can do well. I'm investing so much of my money, my time, and like basically my hopes and dreams into going to Tokyo and making this big step. But I wouldn't do it if I didn't think it could happen. So thank you so much for your faith in me. I really appreciate that. Let's see. People's World. Have you heard of Rachel and June? Yes, I love Rachel and June. Let's see. XOXO Azalea says, hey girl. Anna Van says, yeah. Max says, was the weather bad there? No, actually the weather in Japan gets like all 4 seasons. So in the summer, it's super hot. In the winter, it's cold and it snows. In the fall, all the beautiful colors and the changing leaves. And in the spring, they obviously have like cherry blossoms and stuff. So I wouldn't say bad weather. If you have like a particular like affinity towards one kind of weather and you don't like another kind, then maybe it'll be bad for you. Say if you don't like cold weather, like in the winter, you'll probably have a hard time. If you don't like hot weather in the summer, you'll struggle. But I mean, you get a little bit of everything, which is also what I like about being in Japan, because you really do feel like time is moving forward with all the seasonal changes and like not only flavors, but just like how the weather is too. Let's see. Doo-doo-doo. 123 small 1231 says, I've made a reserve as a jet and it's almost August. Oh, congratulations. Best of luck coming. I can make more. I mean, I'm going to be ending my experience here on Jet, but I can make more videos if you guys are interested in that. Let's see. I'm trying to read. Sorry, I think there's some like drama unfolding in the comments. If you guys have a question towards me, I can chime in, but you know, I'm a mind my business. Sips tea. 123 small 1231 says, what do you think the likelihood is of being upgraded at this point from your experience of what you've seen? Please, I need some sort of response. I wonder what you mean by upgraded. Like in my experience, like if you could get a little more specific as to like what you mean by upgrade and what you mean by like, I don't really understand what your question is. I'd love to answer it, but it's a little broad for me. So if you don't mind like getting into detail. 123 is small 1231. The weight is killing me. Oh, the weight killed me too. The weight was really hard, but it's coming. Let's see. XOXO Zeta says, what do you think about Kyoto, Deidre? I am planning on moving there to live and I'm trying to find more information on there. Oh my goodness, Kyoto is beautiful. Kyoto is beautiful. Kyoto is amazing. There are a lot of foreigners, so you won't feel too out of the loop. Here in Guma, there are like very few foreigners, so it's like whenever I see a Black person, I'm just like, gasp. But in Kyoto, there's a lot of foreigners. Really, really nice. If you like traditional Japanese, like temples and just like Japanese style, like everything, even like a Japanese style Starbucks, Kyoto is a wonderful place to go. I was there like a month ago. 5 out of 5 I recommend. Really great place. Let's see. Max says, what are some other jobs your international friends have besides teaching? I'd say most of them have teaching, honestly. It's what most people do. I do have some friends who are also in the entertainment industry, some people who work at stores, like they're like employees at just like, I guess, like either restaurants or like boutiques and stuff like that. But most people are English teachers. Let's see. Let me read some more. This video actually took a lot longer than I thought. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Melissa Care says, I found your videos and I'm binge watching. LOL. How did you learn what sparked your interest in Japanese language? Thank you very much. My interest started with anime. I was watching a lot of anime growing up. I was the president of my high school's otaku club, my Japanese anime club for like 3 years. And that's what initially like started my interest in Japan. But after a while, I wanted to learn Japanese so I could like really connect with anime more. And through learning Japanese, I got interested in the culture. Through learning the culture, I got interested in the people and the way of life. And I eventually wanted to live here. And now I'm here. Let's see. Natalie Shepard says, I have to write about the arts in Japan and how people display their own self-expression for anthropology class. Do you mind touching a bit on that? Yeah, sure. How people display their own self-expression. How people display like, sorry, it's also very broad. If you don't mind getting a little more specific, I would love to help though. I've been living in New York for 15 years and traveling as an actress. Being away changes you, but it's also lonely sometimes. I visit Georgia yearly. Love your story time on the Mom the Matchmaker. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Let's see. I'm going to come to a close very soon. I'll try and keep this video at 45 minutes. So we got like 6 minutes left. If you have any last minute questions, feel free to ask me. And let me say the last on this list here. I totally got distracted. Oh, so another way Japan has changed me is that I carry a handkerchief everywhere. In Japan, sometimes there are like no hand towels, so you want to carry a handkerchief. If you spill something, if you've got like a runny nose or something, people carry handkerchiefs like literally anywhere you go, and they sell them everywhere as well. So I have like about 2 handkerchiefs that I rotate, and I just love carrying them everywhere. And they're super cute and girly too. Another way that Japan has changed me is my views on shoes. I think that you should not wear shoes indoors. Like, I am so against that now. Shoes indoors, of course not shoes on the bed. Holy cow, no, that's a big no. In Japan, they have a genkan where you leave your shoes outside and put on new shoes, like indoor shoes for inside, or you just take your shoes off totally. I totally believe in that as well. So my views on shoes, like even in my own house, I just cringe when I see shoes inside. I'm just like, no. Okay. And then next, I've become more introverted and I listen more than I speak. And that's more just because I speak Japanese a lot more. And in Japan, it's a very calm language. I feel like speaking Japanese is like bowling. Everyone has their turn, and when it's not your turn, you don't speak. Whereas like in America, it's like football. Speaking English is like football, and everyone's fighting to get their words out. So speaking Japanese and being in Japan has changed me in the sense that now I listen a lot more. I mean, I love talking. I love sharing, things about myself. I love sharing the things I've learned. But being here in Japan, I've come to be a lot more of a listener. All right. So I'm going to read, got 4 minutes. I'm going to read the last of these, and I'm going to try and keep it short. Let's see. Melissa Kerr says, would you ever teach Japanese on YouTube? I would, actually. I'd consider it. It doesn't really align with like my career, like what I want to do in the future, but I'm open to it. Let's see. Tomodachi Mike says, are you moving to Tokyo? Yes, I'm moving to Tokyo in literally like a week. Seikon Talk says, I love Memoirs of a Geisha soundtrack and movie. It's an old movie, but have you seen it? Yes, I have. Black girls love traditional geisha culture. Yeah, I love Memoirs of a Geisha. Bibos World says, I want to go to Osaka when I'm older. Osaka is bomb. I highly suggest Osaka. Osaka is amazing. Melissa Kerr says, thank you for answering. That's so cool. You're inspiring me to learn a new language. You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. Duolingo is a good start. Melissa says, I plan on visiting Japan in the future. Yes, please come. Japan is an amazing place. And all my friends and family who ask, like, should I come to Japan? It's always a yes. I'm like, please come at least once before you die. Just come once. That's it. That's all you need, and it'll be worth it. Sun E says, Japan definitely changed me as well. I had the pleasure of studying abroad in September to March and could have extended it, but the heat was going to kill me for sure. I'm telling you. Oh my God. It's so hot. It's hot right now. It's so hot. Couldn't do it. Honestly, I'm moving to Tokyo, right? But I have to come to America for like a month. I'm going to be in America for about a month because I need to escape. Okay? It's hot. My God, it's like getting out of a shower and then like not being able to escape that heat and humidity. You just carry it everywhere you go. It's exhausting. Okay, 2 minutes on the clock. You gotta say bye if it's time. Say bye if you're gonna go. Okay, let's see. Max says, I know it'll be hard to find tops if you have a bigger bust, but exactly how hard is it? I've tried and I could easily find a lot of tops. I've given up on finding bottoms. I'd say it's Japanese people tend to be pretty consistent. You don't find people who have a particularly large bust or people who have a particularly large butt. But if you are plus size, there are more and more like plus size stores coming out. They actually have a couple stores kind of like Lane Bryant that are specifically for people who are a larger size. So I'd say you wouldn't have too much issues. Honestly, these days, I'd say it's less of an issue than it's ever been. It's pretty, I don't want to say it's easy, but it's not like hard to the point where you'll have to like wear like men's clothes. It's not that serious. You'll definitely be able to find clothing, so don't worry about it. Let's see. Natalie Shepard says, sorry about being vague. Maybe like how people in America really like to display tattoos and piercings, clothing, and things. I know Japan's tattoos are too. I know it's abroad. Sorry. Well, I'd say in Japan, people are really big on fashion. Like it's a big fashion capital. People love expressing through clothes and through hairstyles as well. Yeah, they're not really big on tattoos, but fashion, I'd say, is the biggest way that people do that. People love fashion here. And I've obviously got with the times. But you guys, unfortunately, that is about time. My Instagram is below chocolate_geisha. You guys feel free. I'm probably going to go on there after this just because I've gone on recently and I really want to keep with that trend. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video, then like it. And if you guys have any ideas for videos in the future, please post those in the comments, and I do look at them. Even this was a requested video, so please put that in. But thank you guys for tuning in. Woo, it's really hot and I'm tired and like getting woozy, but thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna put my air conditioner back on. You guys have a great day or a great night, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.